What's up, everybody, and welcome. Come on in to the Survivor 46 pre-show. My name is Randy Bruce. I am back after my long week off. I had a lot of stuff happen last week. There's a lot of life stuff that I had to deal with, so I had to take a week off. But I am joined today by season 41 castaway and soon-to-be two-time returning player, Eric Abraham. Yes.
That's what I'm talking about. Hey, speaking into existence, guys. Speaking into existence.
Have you hit up Jeff yet? Have you called Jeff and said, hey?
Man, let me tell you something. Once Jeff said that out to the world, everybody jumped on it. So at the end of the day, to make up a season with 18 players, I'm in the demographics. So I'm in the demographic games. I ain't got to worry about them young bucks. Y'all can have that side. But for them seasoned players, y'all better come bring it. Because I'm bringing it.
The pre-gaming right now is going absolutely insane because this is something that happens anytime there's attorneys anyways. When you find out like the year before pre-gaming happens, you're giving them literally two and a half years. Let me see if I do my math right. So this fall is going to be season 47. Next year will be 48 and 49. So 50 should go out to film next summer. So you're giving them about a year because 47 should be filming now.
So scratch off any players from 48, 49.
Yeah, I agree.
So they can't, by the time they film come
unless
back,
you go back to back. They could go back to back. We've seen it before.
Yeah, but their season is airing and you have enough players to fill a whole tribe. You know what? I need to see some of our first boots back on. People that didn't get a chance to play. Forget about these casts. They say they thought were going to be good. Look, first boots.
Yeah, give people a second chance. People who didn't really get to play the first time. I completely agree. Well, we're going to talk more about that. We are going to talk more about that on the pre-show. If you're new to the pre-show, welcome. You can join our live chat. We already got people in the chat. Min knows, so excited for tonight's episode. It's going to be a good one. If it's anything like the last 3 weeks, it has been absolutely spectacular. Sludge Sports in the chat. Hello, guys. Hello, Sludge Sports. Welcome back. Also says, did they announce the number of players for 50? They have not yet. We will get to that in just a couple of minutes when Abraham and I dive into what Jeff Probst said out there in California. We got Eric Abraham for Survivor 50 as an alternate for Jelinski.
Ollie, you my guy. See, that's
he said as an alternate. That's what he said, as an alternate for Jelinski.
I didn't read the second part. You just now you're talking crazy. Because once you threw the hourglass, I was done with you.
We got Amy in the chat. Welcome back, Randy. Thank you, Amy. I'm happy someone missed me. I don't think a single person missed me. Tegwith did great. Filling in for me. People like Tegwith more anyways. So I'm sure no one missed me. And Eli, let's go. Bruce maybe getting another. Let's talk about the weekly schedule. Go ahead and get this out of the way. Maybe. Is it just me or is it not popping up? There we go.
We got the
all right.
circle.
We have a jam-packed schedule. Oh, you got it now? Okay, cool. We have a jam-packed week for you guys on Survivor Now, your go-to source for U.S. international Survivor coverage. And then let's see. Obviously, you can catch all of our shows that we have planned on YouTube, X, and then SurvivorNowPodcast.com. After the show, this is the pre-show, but after the episode tonight, we are down to the final 8. It's getting down to the nitty-gritty. Myself and Abraham will be right back here on YouTube at around 9:35, 9:40 to recap the entire episode. And we'll talk about it after I show you the schedule here. But, man, I said it already. I'll say it again. It is getting so good. It is really picking up. And then tomorrow at a special start time, Tegwith is unable to make it, but tomorrow on YouTube on our website, 7 p.m. Eastern, not 9 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Eastern. Kara will be joined by Ollie. What a dynamic duo that is for Survivor Social. So make sure to tune in for Survivor Social with Kara and Ollie. And then on Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern time, join Jack and Will for our power ranking show, Survivor Stock Watch, as they give you the rundown of who they think will be ending up winning this game, who they think might be the next person eliminated. And then on Saturday, it's our final recap show of the week. Got something for you with the crew, Matthew and Phil. They will break down every by basically scene by scene. They'll break down the episode and give you a lot of great details about what they saw take place. Ollie just added to the chat, I'm everywhere this week. You sure are, Ollie. Also, they run polls on our X account that you guys can vote on. They discuss the results of the polls, and then they also look at social media stuff from the Castaways. So it's a great roundup show. That is Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern time. And then Abraham, we're not done. We've got a special episode for you guys on Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern time. Who should return for season 50? We will get our experts and we will draft realistic players who we expect to come back. So we're not giving our dream appearances. We're not going to be like, Richard Hatch needs to play again or anything like that. I probably could have thought of
Hatch. No.
We're going to give you 18 realistic people who we think Survivor will bring back for season 50. Abraham, look at that. You made the graphic. Do you see yourself? You're right back there.
Yeah, if I didn't make, I don't know why. First of all, I don't know why I'm so far to the left, but I needed to be in the center, right there where Survivor's at. Now, the other 17, they can do what they want to do. Let's bring them on in. Bring the other 17 in.
Is there anyone here, Abraham, that you would like to see back just on this screen alone?
I'm campaigning for myself, but I would love to see JD come back, get a chance to play. Love to see Sarah get a chance to play. I don't want to see a whole group of. Here's the thing about it is, it may be a returnee season, but we don't want to see the same returnee game. So you got to be real selective in how you put this actual tribe together. So because you don't want to see the same thing over and over again, you know. So if you made it to the top 5, then you shouldn't even come back. You know, I'm looking for pre-merge people.
But out of the people on the screen, do you think any of these people would come back?
That's hard to say, man. Rob's not coming back.
I doubt Rob's going to play. Yeah, Everyone wants Rob to go back out and play again, and I really don't think he's going to.
Why would you? No, Rob ain't coming back. Cass may come back. Maybe. I doubt it. It's a different. And here you can think about it is, this is a new era of Survivor. Some of the players that played in the old era don't translate to the new era. So you got to remember now, this is going to be pretty interesting as we build up to it. So we got to finish out this year. We still got 46, 47. And no matter what the theme is, because we ain't had no themes anyway. So no matter what the theme is, it's going to be the players. What players can fit into making a season worthy of the word and title 50th returnee player? So it's going to be kind of interesting what direction they go into. But nobody knows. I mean, at the end of the day, we're just going to go out there and throw and see what sticks. Someone's going to get calls.
We have so many comments in this chat. So Minnows adds, let's go. Anthony adds, it should be 20 people for 50.
20.
Georgette in the chat, go Abraham. Minnows said 46 is my first season, so I know like 3 of the people on the screen. Hey, you got to go back to your Survivor research, but 46 is a great one to start with. I'll say that. Anthony, there's already pregame alliances already. I agree. Bring back Judd from Guatemala. Look at that reach back. Yeah, bring back Judd. What's he up to nowadays? Minnow, Zach's mergatory document keeps making me laugh every time I think of it. Zach Wardenberger has a fantastic one. Sledge Sports, LJ from Cagayan, Georgette, no former winners, please. I think I agree with that. I think I do agree with that. You know, the one thing that made this really interesting before we get actually into previewing tonight's episode and taking a look back at what happened last week is not only did Jeff Probst come out and say season 50, you know, they had this thing in Los Angeles, and I knew something was probably going to happen because it was so random that they put this up.
Yeah.
They had this kind of like Survivor party with challenges and stuff. Jeff Probst was there. There was other castaways there. And we see him make this announcement of, you know what? I don't know if CBS wants to hear this, but we're going to decide it right here because of the fans. I think that season 50 is going to be returnees. And then he was interviewed later on about, is it just going to be new era returnees? Because he did say that at one time. He said, pre-40, that's in the past. We're going to focus on the new era and the players that we're going to make in this new era. But Probst came out. He took that statement back. He said, sometimes I just say stuff without actually thinking about it. He said that a couple years ago. And then he came out this past week after making this announcement and said, anyone is on the table. It's not just new era players. It is, anyone who's ever played Survivor. They're looking for returnees. So yeah, the pre-gaming is going to be huge. And a lot of people, Abraham, are saying the next 2 seasons are going to be spectacular. Not 47 because they're already out there filming and stuff. But 48 and 49, they're saying is going to be spectacular because you're going to have players who all they care about is making a name for themselves, and so they can come back and play again. So it might be, we might see a lot of chaotic gameplay.
Let me tell you something. Here's the thing. Every season of Survivor is dependable on the players. So no matter what agenda you may go out there with, but try to make a name for yourself, what you probably work out is get yourself voted out sooner than you should have, just by just playing the game. So I think throwing it out this early, we're going to see in these next couple of seasons how it all pans out. Does it actually help the actual franchise of Survivor? But remember, at the end of the day, this is a business. So they're going to go out there and put people. Now, I wouldn't mind seeing a 20-player cast, old era,
39 days,
new era, 39 days.
39 days. Use this as your return to 39 days. I think they definitely should do that. Anthony adds in 47 filmed shortly after the finale. They're not filming 47 right now. And then I was going to say they're obviously filming it because you have to have footage. When the season finale airs, you have to have the footage of next season on Survivor. So they got to be out there doing something. But then Anthony catches me. Jeff would not be in LA. That's true. He got me. So I wonder when they're going to go out there, because Jeff wouldn't be in LA if they were filming the season right now.
It's planes and trains. Fiji's not that far from LA. So, I mean, again,
he could make a day trip. There are days where they don't have challenges and stuff. Yeah.
I mean, we're there. So at the end of the day, if you bring out 20 castaways, pit them against themselves, it's got to be a blend that makes sense. If you bring out the players that people really want to think they really want to see, it's just going to be a mash together of players that may not play a good game together, because they've had the option to be able to look at all the remaining players. Now, the reason why I want 41 to get their shot, they trashed us in 41 to get to where they're at now. We were the brunt of all the nonsense of
the guinea pigs. You were the guinea pigs of the Survivor world.
We had 2 extra weeks sitting. So here's the thing about it is everybody sits in and do pregame. So you do pregame. Pregame is about a week. We were there for 3 weeks, not to include the time we spent in the hotel due to COVID. So I didn't come off of working out, getting ready, going to play. I came off of working out with the rest of them, going in the hotel, going in for 2 weeks in quarantine, getting 3 meals a day, just sitting there looking at the walls, looking at TV. It wasn't like it was cable. It was only like 3 channels. So you could look out the window, you could read a book, you could write in your journal. We sat there for 2 weeks before we even started playing the game. So by the time we started playing, it was like, okay, well, we're a little physically and mentally different than the players that go straight from LA, straight to pregame, straight to playing. So I would love to see some of my old cast from 41 get another shot to play because of how we entered the game. 42 is the same thing. 42 got some changes, but 42 were in the same situation as far as that goes. 43, 44, 45? No, because y'all saw everything. Y'all knew about the shot in the dark. Y'all knew what was going to look at it. You knew it was going to be a shorter season. You knew people were getting voted out. So now, also 41, you voted out me and Sarah first. You've never voted out 2 players on the first vote out since that. So we deserve to go back.
Abraham, pitch your case. Well, Abraham, we got to talk about season 46 here. We have about 20 minutes until we get off the live. I wasn't here last week to talk about, I picked the right week to not be here because I wasn't here to talk about my winner pick going home. Hunter. He got the Randy Kurz in my winner pick.
Randy, none of your winner picks in no season has ever went anywhere. So
Abraham, if you get the call back, I'm going to make you my winner pick.
Please don't. Please don't. Make me your destruction because I'm gonna go out there and be destructive this time. Here's the thing. Hunter played a great game, but Hunter fell victim to the chaos bug.
Hunter didn't play his idol. Why would you not play your idol? You just got done telling everybody that I have an idol. I'm playing it tonight. And we've seen several times already that I was like, Hunter has balls of steel. There's already been too many close calls that Hunter chose not to play his idol. This felt like the perfect time to. And Abraham, it's one of the most shocking things about last week's episode. The fact he did not play his idol.
So many people that went home with idols in their pockets think they had good strategy.
People don't know how to play them anymore. People don't know how to use idols. They're too worried about, oh, I got to keep it till the very end of the game. If you get an idol, play the idol and then just go find another one or try to.
He had a better thing. He had an idol that no one knew about. So Tiffany threw everybody off by saying she was going to play her idol because they was going to blindside it. Because here, look, there's only 8 players left. This is when you write your resume, everybody. This is when you start writing your resume because you only gonna probably have one shot to take somebody out before somebody else takes them out, i.e. Liz. Let me tell you something. Liz is not going home tonight. I don't care what the little pre-show from last week's show. Liz might be cracking up a little bit, but she's not going home. Q is not going home tonight. So let's take that off the block. Q and Liz is not going home tonight. If anybody goes home tonight, it's probably going to be one of my picks. It's either going to be Charlie going or it's going to be Ben going. So that's my 2 picks for tonight going home. Because misdirection is the best thing about Survivor. They give us a preview going one direction and it turns out to go a whole entirely different direction. So let me tell you something. If you want to win Survivor, Tiffany, you still have your idol. You can still go in there and try to win the challenge and win immunity and keep your idol. But either way it go, Tiffany won't be going home tonight and somebody going to be getting knocked off.
Did you see what the challenge is tonight? It looks like we have 2 challenges. It looks like we have a reward challenge tonight where they have to go under the nets. And then it looks like we have the immunity challenge, which is that one that Gabler kept dedicating every, the one where you have to kind of, hold the, what am I trying to say? You try to crank it back.
The crank thing.
Yeah,
he cranked it, man. Gabler gave it up for the vest.
Who do we think? These are the final 8. Okay. So you have Ben, you have Q, you have Maria, you have Charlie, you have Kenzie, you have Liz, Venus, and Tiff. Who do we think is going to be the best at that cranking thing?
First of all, I'm glad you asked me that, Randy. Let me tell you something. Cameras are an interesting thing. So we saw a picture where Maria was talking to Q saying, Q, this is your time. Here's the thing that's going to happen is Q's going to win the immunity because Q need to win the immunity. He ain't got no choice. He need to win the immunity. So that leaves Q out of the equation. So I think that little conversation is before the immunity challenge. So now you got Q sitting in safety looking back like, man, let me see what's going to happen. You got Tiffany sitting there. I think they're going to rekindle. And Kenzie, she on the chopping block too. It's going to be Kenzie, Charlie, or Ben tonight. Because there's nobody else. Now we got to sacrifice our number 1s and number 2s. So wait a minute.
Not Venus. You don't think Venus is? You don't think my girl Venus is in trouble tonight?
No, because everybody forgot about Venus. Venus is almost in the third seat already.
She's going to the final 3. Few comments here. Minnows adds Tiffany for the win. Minnows also adds watch Q start an immunity streak this week. I would not stop laughing. That would be something. And then. Sludge Sports adds, Ben will be the best because he pulls back on guitar strings, and when you pull on them a lot, they hurt. So he's going to be able to handle the pain. So maybe his rocks, you use the strings. I don't know why. Use the strings. This isn't a guitar. There you go.
Has Ben won any? Has he been in any immunities?
I think Charlie's going to win tonight, which would be back-to-back immunity wins for Charlie. I don't know if there's anyone who can beat Charlie.
Now, here's the thing about it is when you start winning right now, this is the win streak you want to be on because you want to keep an alliance with at least one other person. The only person Tiffany used to have it. But Mackenzie, somebody going to dime that out and she's going to realize Mackenzie's gunning for her. So
Kenzie,
Kenzie is gunning for you. Somebody going to spill the beans on that. Ain't no trustworthiness in 8. I don't see Charlie and Maria may still have a good connection. Outside of that, there's nobody else.
I think either Charlie or Maria are. I think one of those two is going to win the challenge tonight. I think it's Charlie, but I think Maria could be a sleeper in terms of who's going to end up winning this.
Well, Q need to win, but again, Q has shown that he doesn't need to win immunity to not be voted out. So he done went to 2 tribal councils. One he asked to be voted out, wasn't voted out. The second one, he was like, "Man, it's gonna be whatever. I don't know what's going on. I wasn't a part of the conference." Q was literally just sitting there like, "Man, this is whatever, man. I don't care." And they voted somebody else out. So at the end of the day, you never know who's gonna really be voted out. But I know this right here. We only got 8 players left. And 3 of them are gonna be bidding for the Soul Survivor title. And I think it's gonna be Maria. I'm gonna throw Venus in there as that third chair. And that other place, I'm just gonna circle it. I don't know who's gonna make it there. I don't know who's gonna make it.
I think I know who wins this season.
Who you got?
I have a new winner pick.
Oh no, don't do that guy.
Are you sticking with your Ben? Like, yes, you're gonna stick with him, but like, is Ben still who you think's gonna win, or are you past that and you don't think Ben's winning at this point?
Let me tell you something, Ben. I'm gonna ride with Ben to the end, but Maria and Tiffany, they look real good right now. I need to see something from Ben.
Minnows adds in the chat a new curse. Yeah, hope I'm not going to say the name of your favorite player because I'm putting the curse on them. A lot of people have said all year that they think Tiffany's going to win. She has been the odds-on favorite to win based off what the fans are saying at home. I'm going to say, here it is. Here comes the curse. Drum roll. I think Kenzie's winning this season.
Oh, she definitely getting voted out there.
She
definitely getting voted out.
She's getting voted out tonight.
Yeah, I hope you don't look at this podcast because you definitely about to get voted out now. I don't know what it is and Randy and he's picking, but you are definitely about to go. So
I think Kenzie's winning this season. Just looking back at how the season started and kind of how it's gone, especially in recent weeks, with the fact that I was shocked when Kenzie said, maybe we should make a move on Tiff. I know I can't go to the end with Tiff. That was shock. I never thought Kenzie would turn on Tiffany. I think I'm calling my shot, Abraham. The final 3, Kenzie, Venus, and I'm going to throw Maria in there. Maria, Kenzie, and Venus.
Let me tell you something. This was going to happen. Let me go ahead and forecast it for you. Somebody's going to spill the beans tonight because we're playing Survivor. Outwit, outplay, outlast. So if you don't spill the beans on what Mackenzie tried to do to Tiffany, you're not playing the game of Survivor. So if nobody says anything, they're not playing Survivor tonight. Somebody's going to spill the beans. Then you're going to get Tiffany looking at Mackenzie crazy.
Kenzie.
The thing about it is,
you keep calling her Mackenzie.
Oh, you know what? Because it's usually Mackenzie, man. But I'm looking at the name. It is Kenzie. Sorry about that, Kenzie with the K. But here's the thing. When she spills the beans, Tiffany still has an idol. Kenzie does not have an idol. And Kenzie is expendable. So that way, I would turn to Q and be like, Q, let's go ahead and vote her out. Q ain't caring. Q be like, okay, let's vote her out. You only need 2 other people to vote somebody out. That's it. You got 8 players, 2 other people.
Well, Abraham, let me get to some of these comments, and then I got something special for you guys. Amy adds in, Tiff and Maria are strong women. Hey, we've said it from the get-go. I don't know if Abraham's on this train. We've been saying a woman's going to win this season from the get-go. Minnows adds in, my winner pick has been Liz, not because it's right, but because I want to laugh. I mean, Liz has been picking up the pace. Amy adds, Kenzie truly is a mermaid dragon. She has incredible social skills. She made Hunter comfortable to not play his idol. And then Georgette, I think Kenzie is going to win too. I might have.
Let me tell you something. Whoever, hey, look, it was all good until Randy said he thinks she's going to win. Randy has never successfully picked anybody to win Survivor. So, Kenzie, pack your bags up, go on to Ponderosa.
Ever since the podcast, I haven't. But, like, I did pick Wendell to win Ghost Island, and I was correct. That was the one winner that I got right ever. So, hey, for the first time, we're going to do something new here. Hopefully you guys can hear. I don't know if you'll be able to hear, but we're going to take a look at this preview. Abraham, let me know if you can hear it.
Let's do it. I can hear it.
These people are lying crazy. What the heck, you hoe bags?
Next time on Survivor.
I wanted the hell out of here.
You blew up my whole game!
Everybody's coming for you, but you can change that. This could be a game-winning move.
There it is.
All right. This could be a game-winning move. Could you hear it?
She
when
said
it was playing?
These
Did you
hoe
hear?
bags.
Did you hear Liz? I think that was Liz. You messed up my whole game.
I don't really see. Here's the thing about it is because now you
Liz
got the
is
jury
going to go
foreman.
on a revenge tour. I think Liz is going to.
Yeah.
boop
You got
shit up.
the jury foreman now. You got 3 people on the jury, and as the first player and each player comes in, they learn a little more about what's going on in the game. But now remember, whoever got voted out first doesn't know any more dynamics that's going on until the next person gets there. So who would Soda vote for right now? That's the question you got to ask yourself. If you're sitting there and you're looking at them and be like, no matter what they playing, I can tell you who
Soda
she's
would
not
vote
voting
for Venus.
Oh, she didn't vote for Venus. Make
She
sure
would
that-
vote for Venus out of respect because Venus
No.
got her out.
No, here's the thing about it is the next person tells you Venus didn't get you out. Because see, here's the thing about it is the game is going to always be outwit, outplay, outlast. Ponderosa is going to be drinks and truth. So you don't have no reason to lie when you get to Ponderosa. So when you get there, you be like, yeah, Venus voted me out. No, Venus didn't vote you out. Matter of fact, Telvin had already told her Venus didn't vote her out. So here's the thing about it is.
Oh, I totally forgot. Yeah, Tevin
Yeah.
for sure. If only we had Ponderosa videos to see that.
So when you get to Ponderosa, all you're doing is sitting around replaying the game. You're going to tell that person, no, that wasn't that person right there. This person, the one that voted you out. Then you sit there at the tribal and they be like, hey, then when you get a chance to ask them a direct question, that is when you're going to say who gets your vote and who don't, because now you got to decipher who did what. So now Ponderosa is where the real vote to see who wins $1 million happens at. I don't care what the question they ask you, sitting up in there in front of the tribe, man, they already sitting there Ponderosa toasting folks.
Let's get some of these comments in here. I'm happy you guys could hear. That was totally spontaneous on the fly. Thank you for letting me know that. Minnows also adds in, what the heck, you hoe bags adore. Man, this cast has been killing it with some of these phrases.
So,
Jay adds in, put Q on Survivor 50. My only thing about that is he has to wear the Q skirt the entire time.
man, I seen that Q skirt everywhere too.
Zans, hey, time to play. Yes, it is. We are just about, if I can do my math here, 27 minutes away
27
from
minutes.
tonight's episode. And then Minnows adds in, Tevin did say in his exit interviews, he told Soda he planned the vote. Before we talk about who we actually think's going home, I know we've already mentioned it a little bit, but we're going to make an official prediction. Abraham, this season started off first 4 episodes. Everyone, including myself, this season's horrible. Write it off. Survivor US is dead. It's the worst season ever because of the whole Banu situation that was happening in the first 4 episodes. Since then, and Rob Cessanino asked this question, have the last 3 episodes been the best 3-episode span in the new era? Now, I'll be honest. I can't go back and be like, oh, I remember every single episode of the new era. Yes, this is the best 3 back to back to back. But what I can say is it has been spectacular. The last 3 weeks, what votes? That was Hunter's vote off last week. That was Tevin's the week before. And then before that, I believe it would have been Soda's vote out.
Yeah, blindside. Here's the thing about it is,
It's been incredible.
stay in the moment of the season that you're in. Don't worry about what happened last season. Is this season here captivating enough to keep your attention? Because if I'm trying to compare it to last season, I'm looking at Caleb playing the shot in the dark, the most momentous player in this new era Survivor, period. Nobody has played the shot in the dark like he did. So you're not going to encapsulate that and say, okay, here's the thing, man. Every season has its players. We got those first 3 or 4 episodes that allow us to see how the players were, how they reacted, how they were doing stuff. Once we got warmed up, we was ready to go.
It is.
We're not going to start off at the gate, man. Well, behind the scenes, we don't know each other. You can't dupe somebody you don't know yet. So you're trying to just basically survive. Now, once you get to know them, your personality, we get to see the Taylor Swifts of Charles and all them.
I
And you
love
kinda
Taylor
said-
Swift.
Now you're like, okay, how can I maneuver through this now? So I love the way it started because it built. And now, first of all, let's stop complaining because we asked for more time. Now we get a whole hour and a half. Now we're saying we got too much time. Now we got to wait for it to develop.
Oh, Abraham might have to take a call, but we got a couple comments here. Oh, you muted. That's why I thought you had to take a call.
It was the phone ringing, so I just muted so the phone
Oh,
wouldn't ring in the
okay.
background.
We got a few comments here. Minnows, Survivor 50 immunity necklace is the Q skirt. I'm completely down for that.
I'm down for that too. Then I'm down.
Jay, I feel like Liz is going to go home because she's going to want to make a big move and get credit, and thus she'll overplay and get voted out. Definitely a possibility. I really like how Liz has been playing. I think she hit a point where she noticed she is a very coherent player. She's very self-aware. And Liz reached a point where she said, I'm not winning this game if I make it to the end. I don't want to be a goat. I don't want to be dragged along. And this was kind of once the merge happened and she started working with Tevin to try to get Soda out. And then it's kind of gone back on some of her alliances. Like I have enjoyed seeing Liz actually play. Let's see what else we got here.
They were going to vote Liz out in the beginning of the season. The first 3 episodes, they was going to vote Liz out.
Yeah, she's done a great job coming back. Jay adds in, I'd for sure say that this is the best 3-episode stretch in the new era. Jay also adds in, I'd say Q overshadows Caleb in terms of being the most popular new era winner. Ooh, hot take.
I mean, Q has even in person when you meet him in person, he has a that same personality you see coming across on the screen is the same personality in person, high energy, everything else. So he's a great guy. So Caleb was different. Caleb was a little more fun, joy, hang out. Two different people. I wouldn't say one was better than the other. We're 2 different people playing Survivor their way. So, but Q is definitely gonna get credit for the Q skirt. So
and Minnows has been killing it with these comments added in. That was Jeff calling Abraham to get on Survivor 50.
You know what?
Abraham wouldn't be here right now. He would be walking off screen. And then I'll get this comment from Zans right here. I think Banu was an idea to show a more raw reality for some even if uncomfortable, but just was too much for us. But the editing is different. The shots are a bit more artistic. Abraham, before we kind of get to some of these last-minute comments, and welcome. I'm seeing new people who have never been in the chat before. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the channel. Make sure to stick around afterwards. After the episode airs, Abraham and I go live for our post-game after show. So Abraham, we got 8. What'd you say?
See if our predictions are right.
Well, here you go. These are the 8 people. And I told you guys, this is the pre-show. We have an after show. We go live immediately after the episode around 9:35. So like it kind of immediately. Abraham, here's the final 8. Okay. Who's going home tonight? Call your shot. You already said you think it might be Ben.
It's going to be
Maria.
Ben.
Yeah.
No. Either Ben, Charlie. Oh, no. Kenzie, Ben. No, Kenzie, Charlie, or Liz. No, Liz is not going. So I'm going with Ben, Charlie, and Kenzie. Those are my 3.
Yeah, he's covering almost half of them. I'm going to double down. I think that Ben is going home tonight. I think tonight might be one of those votes where Ben isn't even the initial target. There's bigger targets at play, but Ben might just get the kind of the fire back. So I'm going to go Ben tonight. But make sure to tune in to the after show immediately following the episode. There's a few more comments I wanted to get to here. Let's see. We got Zans. As long as the mermaid dragon makes it through the tribal, I'm happy. And then we also have Zan said, keep Kenzie's name out of your mouth. Hey, I say that all the time with Venus. And then he said, unsubscribed. He said, Kenzie. So Abraham, you lost a subscriber. Let's see. We also have Earth is Ghetto. Hopefully Liz goes fulfilling the Venus curse on the Nami tribe. Man, I keep Venus's name out of your mouth. I don't want Venus going anywhere. I'm cheering for Venus now. I want Venus to win this season. And then Nick Happ adds in, talk about who you want to see return for 50. So we talked about it a little bit at the beginning of this pre-show, so go back and check that out. And then Minos jumped in as our mod. They're releasing a full video about it later this week. Yes. So I'll do this for Nick here. Let me pull it up. Nick,
where'd y'all get this? Where'd y'all came up with this list at? Where did this come from?
Oh, I just pulled up some random players. You never know who could come back. So I kind of got some old era players. I got some new era players. I got some in between. I got some people who went out first. I got some people who made it very far. I got a mixture of all. I think, Nick, I'll do a little bit for you. Out of this screen, I think Rick Devens is 1,000% coming back for 50. Him and Jeff are really good friends already. Like, Jeff has literally said he loves Rick Devens. There's so many fans asking for Rick Devens to go back out and play again, because remember how dominant he was that season. Got taken out. Was it Fire? Yeah, he got taken out at Fire. I think Rick Devens is guaranteed to come back.
Now, you got to remember now, when Rick Devens came, what's interesting? Rick Devens was one of the videos they had me look at before I did my tape to do. So once you have to do a 5-minute tape.
Yeah.
Rick Devens was one of the tapes I had to watch.
I'm telling you, they have a great relationship with Rick Devens. I would bet a lot of money that Rick Devens is on season 50.
It's going to be, I mean, like I said, if you put 20 players out there, castaways, and you put old era versus new era, I think that would be such a spectacular show. How would Rick Devens do? It's going to all depends on how it's structured, because here's the thing about it is, when you got 39 days, it's a different game. You don't have to move at that pace, and you can kind of figure things out a little quieter. You can kind of get stuff done. You can kind of settle back and watch things develop. It's different when you speed the game up, and Rick played in the game where then he go over to Exile Island somewhere and came back, or he was about to be voted out, and then he won like 1,000 immunities.
I have to rewatch the season. I just know I know he's currently one of the record. He's one of the record holders of like most idols found in a season.
Yeah, he fought to play and then got taken out by Fire. But I'd love to see Rick Devens back out there. Me standing next to Rick Devens, telling Rick Devens, man, we out here together.
I think Rick Devens will for sure be out there. And we need you guys to put Abraham's name out there. We got to get Abraham back on the show. He needs a second chance. Well, that does it for the pre-show. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you enjoyed this pre-show, make sure to hit that like button. It helps other people find it. And then subscribe to the channel if you are brand new. Thank you for jumping in the chat, interacting with us. Come back here. We will be right back at 9:35 p.m. Eastern time to break down what happens on episode 10 of Survivor 46. We will see you guys then.